Hello.
Good morning. We are getting ready to go. Got 5 minutes left. I am setting up for some movement this morning. So far, we've had no action whatsoever. Believe I have an issue in my code here I need to rectify. Make sure it's working. Yep. We are up and running. So, I am eagerly working on a new bot. I call it a super bot. It is coming right along. Very interested in getting that live. Hoping that'll be live this week. It's a short for Amazon. Hasn't fully come into play though. It might just be a bounce. Although I suppose AMD would have done one. Man, hope we don't have any problems. I sure hope we don't have no problems. No. Buys team's scattered this morning. I mean, it's kind of got an uptrend on it, but feels like it's kind of fallen into a pattern or a pullback, but it is way above the VWAP there. Hope that's not a sign. Yeah, nothing's really moving that much. I do see Amazon trying to jump up here, and the lines are kind of getting ready to go. It could be ready to do a pullback, but you see it's got quite a bit of volume this morning. It might actually take off. You never really can tell, or at least I haven't been able to. Somebody might be able to. Okay. I'd like to say, I mean, Amazon and AMD both were trying to do something. You see, Amazon's gone back and forth on this topic. And we're off. Sup, DJ Denny? Here we go. See? Now Amazon went up here. And you got that pullback. But this pullback could be a bounce before it goes up. That's what I was... we might not get it going all the way through. AMD went up and bounced right here. And we had a strong pullback, but it looks like it's probably all we'll get there. Neo's going through the roof. AMD's going through the roof. That's the opening range breakout. Hoping it actually pays off. Just gotta wait for it. Might have been better to take the one on Neo. Neo did pretty good. It's trying. Come on, Betsy. Hmm. 2 seconds. 2, 1. A little bit of red here. There we go. Yeah, I know. It's gonna just kick me out. Man. Kick me out isn't a big problem. It's the, trade going bad sometimes in the morning can be frustrating. My stop loss line is a little less than 50% of the candle. For a strong trend like that, that's a pretty good set spot. You can see it's holding pretty good, which could still break it obviously, but it's a little more than 50% of that candle. For an uptrend, the candles should maintain that 50% push up. The stop loss here is what kicks me out. So when I'm bought in, I'll move this up, which is basically a stop loss is like a sell point. So I put this yellow line that you see right here on this one. This yellow line is where I've got it to sell if it goes any lower than that. So you can see the price has been toying around with, it's so close to right there. But it didn't kick me out, which is a little less than 50% of that candle, the top of this bar right here. So I'm hoping it will push up through the top of this bar. Being early in the morning, I should be able to get that push. That's up to $47. AMD always has a really strong push when it goes, but as you can see, now I'm down minus $4. It is having a tough time doing it. Yeah, if it runs, it'll run. I mean, it'll do a nice run up. But, yeah, this up here, this green one, is like a profit point. So I'm expecting it to go right up to here. This is 91.43, which is a little less than 91.50, which is what we call it's a $0.50 resistance. So the price most likely will go up here. Right now it's actually struggling at a whole dollar resistance, right at $91 is what it's struggling with. I expect it to break that and go up to the next one, which I'm set a little bit below that at 91.43. I'm hoping it'll come up there and stop there. So another 50-cent move is what I'm hoping for here. But right now, if it kicks me out, I'll lose $22 on this trade. And it technically, I say kicks me out, but I'm technically putting the spot in place where it would get me out if it's going to go the wrong direction. My issue is that these lines seem to be separating, which is getting a good trend here, but the VWAP is down here, and honestly, I really need to set my stop loss down there below that VWAP line. That's where it's going to pull back to. But if it does get me out and goes down here and holds the VWAP line, I'll get in again. Okay, we're back up again. So you slowly got this tick up. So there's a lot of resistance there on the $half points. There can be a lot of resistance. And resistance just comes from a bunch of people selling at the $half point. They went off in the morning and then all sold at the $half point. So you got people like me who are wanting it to go further. And other people, see, there we go. Other people are wanting it to, well, they're not wanting it to do that. They're just getting out at the $half point. It's a common point to check yourself. Okay, so now we got a little bit better push. We're up to $100 now. Still pushing for that 105, 110, 107. Oh, man. I'm actually going to secure a little more profit here. And now I'm securing $42.81. So now if it goes back all the way down there, which most likely will, yeah, see, it's only at 91, whatever that high is, 91.19. That's not a halfway point. It's not a resistance line. We should be able to get the full push. But man, I want to kick out right now and take that money and run. That's what I want to do. Ugh. Okay, took it. No, there we go. We put about $51.49, about $50 on that one. Not bad. Not a great trade for this morning. See this one over here, Neo did the same thing. You got the first run up, and then this is the opening breakout right there. It broke out and went up. Now it did have a pretty strong pullback after that, but this run right here is what you would have made money on. Meta did the same thing, pretty close, held quite a bit, and then had a strong pullback first. This one wasn't great. AMD's wasn't bad though. I think we did decent on that. Meta's doing a bounce right now. We're going to see if it holds. It held back here. It's right here. It's a pretty good hold on that. On that 9 right there. The VWAP's probably a little stronger. You definitely will get a bounce right here. Whether it holds or not. Look at, see, the volume is low on this. It means there's not a lot of people buying in on this hold. So it's most likely to go back a little more. I am monitoring AMD for a bounce off this VWAP line here. See, Meta is dropping off of that. The lower volume as it goes down, that's pretty good. And what we need is, see, Meta broke that line. Lower volume on the down. There we go. I'm going to hold back a little bit. Go ahead and take that. Okay, so what trade we've taken here is this bounce off the VWAP. I'm gonna go ahead and spread this out here. Because it bounced off the VWAP, we can get a pretty tight stop in here. It's not great though. What do we got? 1 second. We get some hold on this one. I don't like that it's trapped between these two lines, but we did get quite a bit of volume on this push. Lower volume as it went into the red, and then higher volume when it bounced off of there. That's a pretty good sign. We just need it to push up. Yeah, Amazon did a nice run up to here. Yeah, this could be a lot of people getting in, is what this could be. You know, they're demanding a certain price point is what they're doing, and that makes the candles kind of go smaller, consolidate. Now I mean that's 91.22, and it didn't make it past that this last time. So we did get a pullback. Remember I told you it probably would pull back to there, which kicked us out. Now we're looking at, trying to get another run. I went ahead and pulled my stop up just because of it hopped above that moving average line right there, which probably, don't kick me out. That's not nice. No. Not while I'm drinking coffee. So, it did kick me out. I kind of wish I would have stayed in there. But good thing I didn't. See, if it didn't make a clean enough break right here, so it's kind of scary. That's why I pulled my stop up tighter. I should have taken off after that jump over that. When it didn't, I had to pull a tighter stop. Now it could be bouncing off of something lower. You see it pulled down closer to here. Could be bouncing off of that instead. But I don't have any clue. See, it looks like it's going to try to hold that again. No, broke that too. See, this is a solid break on that VWAP line, and it looks like it's trying to hold. Both of those are together. That might be the better bounce point. It probably is. There's that step in volume that we needed. The step in volume indicates an exhaustion. So this thing has gone down. You can see this indicated an exhaustion point right here. This is a level line right through there. And then it had a nice pullback after it. So this one right here. And then you got another one pulling right here. But these aren't solid confirms unless you get a really strong pullback after. So you see we've hit, it did that, but it didn't pull back afterwards. So AMD is destined for lesser things, so to speak. Yeah, it just means that this isn't a solid. It showed some resistance for sure. That's where the stepping volume is, but didn't actually hold. This bounce you're seeing right here could be a little more sell-off from this run here. If you look, it's holding that one moving average line there, and that moving average line is just crushing it down. So you're trying to jump up above this line. Yeah. It's like the lines mean nothing on that one. Now the other thing is, you could be getting a lot of buying up, like a lot of buy up, a lot of people buying it. It could be getting ready to do a run. That can happen. Does not appear to be what's happening here, but that could happen. Yes, I'm going to bounce over here and look at the super bot here. Super bot calling 2 entries right here on Neo. AMD called a nice one right there, even though AMD is tanking back pretty good. Now here's another bounce. But see, this doesn't exhaust. Didn't exhaust the line. It's bouncing off of that, but it didn't exhaust this line, so I'm thinking it's just gonna pull back a little bit and then crush down through it. I'm just hoping it doesn't give me an entry going down after it entry going down and bounce off of my entry going down to go up. This is what I'm having trouble with right here. So this coming over here at the bottom, you see this low mark right here? That's the low point. So if it breaks through this line to go down and I short it, that's really all I can expect unless it's got a lot of pressure going down. Yeah, the super bot has a lot more entry type things. Go over here and look at Meta. So it's still in the works. So it has glitches and it doesn't have all the entry points actually labeled. They're not fully labeled. They're still, everything's still numbered so that I can do the coding. But you see this one had kind of a down one, and then it did pull down, but then it's got this other entry right here, and then it's all this complication stuff right here. Apple's struggling. Yeah, it still needs some work. There's one right there. Bed Bath & Beyond called a nice trade going down. AMC. Yeah, these are the ones that I've been testing it on. And here's another one. And see, these are some test lines for stop loss and take profit. This white and red lines that I've been working with. This one's also supposed to auto draw trend lines. I'll back up a day. Maybe we can see some on Friday. Yeah, here you go. So you can see it's actually spotting support and resistance lines. This one right here has a resistance line going up. This one right here is going down, another resistance line going up. And you can tell when it kind of found a bottom right here and then held it, found it again, and then broke through it a little bit more going to the end of the day. So its support line means it's basically hitting its head on it, and the trend line means it's, or a resistance line. It's when it comes down and bounces off of it, or reverse. I'm sorry. When it comes down, that's resistance. It stops. Or support and then resistance. So when it comes up and hits its head on it, that's the green ones are resistance lines. The red ones are support lines. You can see here, this candle right here signified a resistance line right here in the top. And then this candle comes up and stops at that resistance line and it topples off again. Anyway, I'm really excited about this bot. I mean, this bot automatically drew those lines, based on that code showing you where those lines would be. So even here, it shows you this resistance line. So this right here, you can see it holding at that line all the way across. That it held and then goes down finally, and then comes up and tries to hit it again and continues to go down. So very strong lines that thing is drawing. I'm excited about that. This bot that I'm using is really powerful, but it's lacking. So the signals that this one throws are actually built into the super bot, only with slight modifications, making them a little bit more stronger. Okay, so a little analysis here on AMD. So you got it going up, and then remember I told you that this wasn't a resistance line. It's holding this line here, but it's actually working its way into a down or just going sideways. I'm not sure which one's actually going to happen, but you can see this big giant run up and it'll come back down, and now we're just hanging out an average price. I'm afraid we're probably going to get a lot of stuff doing that. This is way up, and now we're at average price. Meta got the same thing, a run up, and then we're at average price. And the same thing going for Neo too. A lot of that just means there's not a lot of buyers, I guess, in the market, or a lot of people enthusiastic about it. You always get this run up in the morning, and day traders have a lot of fun in the morning. But then the afternoon traders that are a little more serious are, I guess, in short supply. At least on these couple they are. I'm going to take a look at the stock screener this morning. These are the gap down. Check the gap up list. So Bed Bath & Beyond. MT. Yeah. The end of these really have anything going on. Nope. I'll check the other list as well. ExxonMobil. That's got a nice push up. Oxy. That's pushing up. Yeah, the Superbot should be able to trade more of these that pop up on the scanner. That's what I'm actually hoping for. Okay, so this is one of those examples of that bounce that I was telling you about. So you can see this one comes up, pushes up in the morning. You have the pullback, and then right there where the VWAP and the moving average line touch each other, it bounces off of it and goes up. You see the same thing happen here in AMD. It comes back right where those touch. It actually holds, but then breaks through. So when we were watching AMD, what I was looking for was this bounce right here. We actually bought this one right around in here, or right here is where we bought it, and it kind of held and then ticked back and broke. So I was looking for this kind of a push on that, which normally happens. You can see it when it holding the line. but AMD just couldn't hold that line when it went through. And plug, even though it had very low volume going through here this morning, has taken off on this run and is holding this line pretty good, going up, and even broke. I mean, you could say that broke a high of day right there for the morning. Just trying to go up again. Yeah, this one bounced off of it, but see, it bounced off after it was underneath here, so, you know, everybody's going to get some resistance here as it slowly works its way down. This is a lot of pressure on top of that thing, and it doesn't have a lot of strength. Plug is doing a strong pullback. You usually see these. You see this candle right here? This is that push up for here. So this extended up, and then it's kind of holding all the way across here. But this is that stepping volume. So you have a step in volume right here, signifying this is a strong line. But it didn't get a good pullback afterwards. So this line right here wasn't that strong, and then it pushes up through here. So it kind of expanded the box a little bit. That's why you got a strong pullback here. There's really was no strong confirmation that this was the end of the line. Even this step in volume right here shows that this is actually a trend right here. This is actually a strong support and resistance line right here. And it's actually right there. So this push up through here, and then this jump above, and it pulls back to hold it. So I guess just looking at it, with this making a correction, it's going to come back down to this line and try again. Now you kind of have a trend forming here, so we'll just see what happens. Yeah, that kind of holds. You can see it kind of trying to jump above this line and hold. That's AMD trying to throw another one. We do have to bounce back over here to Amazon. AMD is just hugging this line across here. I mean, this is obviously it's going down. But it is holding like crazy. So yeah, Amazon toyed with this little move right here. Amazon trying to go up and pull it back down. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would like to take this trade on AMD. This ride all the way across here, this is a good run. I don't like the fact that I can't see my lines. My bot is failing me. There we go. This one here. Nice pullback here. And we're waiting for it. I'm going to take this one on Amazon, or on AMD. Now, I would say this is what I don't want to happen. This one's trying to go down, but then you got that pull back up, which I figured would happen. It's kind of holding at that stop loss line. I'm doing this juggle thing right here. This could be a jump back over it, or a hold point, which I certainly don't want to be in on a hold point like that. Yeah. There we go. I'll take that one. I was monitoring one over here. This one wants to hold, but see, it's going to get at least a move down to there. Yeah, it's annoying, I know. I'm going to go ahead and move that up into the profit line. This one's... I don't really care for this one on Meta. Just like I don't care for this one. See, this pullback is based on that. And then getting rid of that one. See, this is what I was telling you. This right here. That's why I didn't care much for that one. I knew it had a little strong resistance, but this one fought way more to get below that line than this one did. So just would like it to close a little lower. That's the bounce line right there. See, you got that solid run, and that's great and all, but tighten up this one too. This one's holding at this line way too much. It's annoying. This one, you knew it was going to bounce right here. So, against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Yeah, this one's rough. Look at that. Oh, my word. Yep. See, against my better judgment. It's going to still take a topple, but I knew that was going to bounce off of that. I'll go ahead and get out of that one too. This one, this strong run is off of this point right here is what this is. It doesn't mean that it's going to hold it, but I don't know. There we go. If it could get it above that price, you might be able to believe that it was going to do something. Try to clean this up there. Yeah, AMD's still ticking down, but I kind of took this one not off of a confirmed bot entry. So because of that, that's why I kicked out early and took the profit on that one. This made a little more sense. Yeah. This one's rough. It has this line right here. $60.99. See what I mean? But we're pushing the limits of the time here, so this could be, a go in the other direction. It's bouncing off of here, which is this point back here. Yeah, this one could be about to mature. I don't know what's going on here. It's kind of holding this moving average line, trying to go down. Here we go again. Yeah, this line's getting tighter and tighter, so this could be going down. As you can see, there's a lot of pressure. This line here is holding this. There's a lot of pressure for it to go down. Yeah, I need it to hold under the pressure. You know, pressure is only one thing if it holds. And what you have right here is a step in volume and then a return, which means it's going the other way. This one trying to go up again. This could be a strong mover if it gets past this. So went ahead and took this one. Yeah, this might not have been a great trade. You know, it struggled down here, so you need it to push up, and it's got all these huge drops, and I just feel like it's gonna go huge drop and put me in the hole for today. Is all that's gonna happen. This one bouncing up and throwing that signal, that's a good sign. What I'm gonna do here is just so that I can get rid of some as it moves up. Back. Check my chart over here. It's a strong pullback right here. I just kicked out because of its rejection. This line right here is a strong rejection point. If it doesn't go right through it, it's skeptical on whether it's actually going to make a move or not. But it is still have potential. See, this is a bounce point right there. Nice stepping volume all on that. Oh my word, it's going to be tanking. Goodness, what do we have here? So, against my better judgment, I'm going to do a quick trade right here. I'm gonna keep this pretty tight because this is an interesting trade. This little step in volume, I'm just gonna say it's gonna go back down this direction and not totally take my money. If it takes that, that'll be I know, it's so weird. It's I probably picked the wrong way. You know, in stock trading, I almost always pick the wrong way. There we go. The wrong way. Yep. Man. This one's getting this bounce off of that line. See, stepping volume right here. This was a bunch of people buying though. Man. This is a real quick step and then step right there. This is very interesting. Except for this was probably all buying volume. Oh, man. Man. Don't even want to look at that. I read the reverse is what I did. Yeah, it's hard to talk about that because it's, you know, you feel the failure of the not reading it right, pretending you're going to read it in some other direction than what it really is. You know, it's difficult. So this one right here, could see movement all the way up to there. I like the fact that, you know, the SPY is got a nice push up right now, and it's actually breaking that high of day right there. And you can tell it's breaking that high of day because all these are making money. Okay, I should have been doing on this one. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't care. Yep, this one's going up now. I'll go ahead and push my stop loss up here. Good grief. Good night. What is that? I've seen them bleed before, but that's excessive. So this actually went down and kicked me out, pulled way back. Sometimes you have these crazy wicks, so I mean I can't really do much about the wick pulling down and kicking me out there. But Yeah, I'm over time right now, I know. This is going to be the last kick out for the day. And there it is. Alright, that's it for today.